Hey guys, hey, I'm back with another video for you guys today. I think this is going to be a pretty short video, but I just feel like it was necessary to share. Um, you guys ever think about how you're taught the wrong things? Um, I'm recognizing a lot of wrong moves that I've made in relationships throughout my life, right? And I'm starting to recognize that a lot of the reasons why I made these wrong moves was because this is what I was taught. Here's what I mean. I remember being taught that nobody cares about you. Nobody really genuinely loves you. Nobody really cares. So, if anybody shows in any way, shape, or form that they care about you or they do anything for you, you have to show an initiative that you appreciate that. You have to show an initiative that you respect the fact that they didn't have to do what they ended up doing, and you appreciate that they did it. This is what I was taught. Now, I'm in a world full of people who it seems like they weren't taught the same thing that I was taught. Because um, they do the opposite. And so, because it seems that I was taught a lot of things that other people weren't taught, I'm recognizing that I really have to unlearn a lot. I have to unlearn being so sweet and being so nice and being so kind. And y'all don't know my mind, but I'm telling y'all, it hurts my heart to feel like I have to change who I am as a person to interact with people. But it's hurt me more not changing and doing exactly what I was taught to do and recognizing how that is destroying me. I was taught to be nice. That's why I like being nice so much. I was taught this. I was taught to be kind. I was taught to be sweet. I was taught to give the last of what I have because I've watched my mom do it a million times. I was taught all this. This behavior was taught to me. I didn't just decide to just start being, oh, nicey nicey poo for no reason. No, I was taught this behavior. And I recognize people that are evil and mean and disrespectful and hateful, they were taught that too. So it hurts my heart so much to go through what I'm going through because I see in this world how self-destructing everybody is and how self-destructing the world is on itself. Um I see how damaged the world is. And I know part of the reason why it's so damaged is because there's no love. And so therefore, me knowing that that's part of the reason why there's so much damaged people, I don't want to have any parts in damaging anybody. But I have to recognize that me not trying to have any parts in damaging others is putting me in a vulnerable place and space to be damaged myself by those very people that I'm trying to protect. So, in other words, by default, you not doing specific things tactfully to protect your own soul, your own spirit, and your own energy completely indirectly self destructs you. And that's why I see how crucial it is to respect yourself by kind of disrespecting the fuck out of others. Excuse my mouth, but that's real. You have to give people what they give you. A person show you they don't care, you got to show them you don't care. A person show you they don't respect you, you got to show them you don't got no more respect for them than they got for you. And I hate this energy. Even saying it, y'all, I hate it. Because I don't like feeling like I'm playing tit for tat with somebody. But I realize when you don't respond at all, if you don't walk away or run, you're going to hurt yourself. Because that person is going to end up officially hurting you. Possibly not immediately, because people are very subtle with their BS. But eventually, if you don't discuss what's bothering you and walk away from the energy, if that person is not trying to communicate, then you are going to hurt yourself. And I understand that if I have to choose between hurting myself or protecting myself, or hurting a stranger or protecting a stranger, I'd rather hurt a stranger and protect myself. And I see that's the type of energy the rest of the world has. That's why people don't care when they hurt you. People don't care when they abuse you. They don't care when they disrespect you, because they are in this mind space that if it's got to be me or you, it's going to be me. I'm not ever going to care more about you than I care about myself. This is the attitude that the rest of the world has. So I'm recognizing myself now. This is the attitude you have to have. You have to make yourself have a hard heart. You have to stop being so soft. You have to stop being so loving. You have to stop it. Because it is destroying you as a person. It's not hurting nobody else. So, you have to start hurting people. Bottom line. They hurt you, you got to hurt them. Either you got to hurt them the same way that they hurt you, or you have to walk away and never look back and hurt them in that manner, which is the most respectable and honorable way to respond. But I put these fingers up like that and say what I say the way that I say it, because we all human and we can't get away from that reality. And when you're human, you get angry, you get mad, you get upset, you get frustrated, you get annoyed. And the problems that us humans have is that we allow how we feel to affect what we do and what we say. And a lot of times we don't recognize that that's what we're doing. We just allow ourselves to respond so fast that we don't even recognize, and we're not even recognizing what we're responding to. Sometimes we forget what we're even addressing. We be so mad. And I've also come to recognize I got to chill with the anger. I got to start really not giving a fuck. Sorry about my mouth, y'all, but I understand with cussing that cussing is the only way that I can really get out how I truly feel. Trying to say how I truly feel without cussing makes me feel like I'm lying. So, y'all, please forgive my cussing, but it's just me being real and me being honest about what this situation really is. It's some real fuck shit. It really is. It's terrible that you cannot even be your genuine true self because you have to protect yourself from people that is strategically hurting you just because you're a good person. That's some real fuck shit. And for me to recognize this and have to embrace it as my real life and not try to adjust it or change it to make any more sense to me, it's like, okay, you have to protect yourself from this energy. And I feel like this is why God had me get in mentally in connections with people that I never should have even been thinking about. I never should even remembered them. But this is why God allowed me to have that experience, because God wanted me to see how when I look at somebody a certain kind of way, or when I think of them in a certain kind of way, or when I see them a certain kind of way, I automatically don't look at them clearly. I automatically give them excuses. I automatically try to accommodate them before I accommodate myself. And I have to recognize that that's learned behavior. And it's not okay to be like that, because these very people will not do the same for you. And if they're not going to do the same for you, you're only hurting yourself by doing that for them. Because they're never going to give you the same respect. They're never going to give you the same love. They're never going to show you appreciation. They're never going to do it. Never! Never going to do it. So, until I really embrace this harsh reality that I literally have to change who I am as a person, it hurts me to my soul. It does. But I have to do this so I can protect me and show me more love. Because I've noticed those people, I put them in a certain kind of sort of tax bracket. Not really financially, but I'm just using the word tax bracket because that's the word that I feel like can really describe the position that I'm putting myself in. I mean, not myself, these people in. And these people can be family, or these people can be like family, or these people can just be friends like that I've known for a long time, or friends that I connected to immediately or right off the bat and right from the rip. Can be any of these kind of people. I'm starting to recognize that having certain connections with people may be a trap. I used to think that it was a blessing to meet someone and feel like they're a vibe and feel like y'all can talk for hours and y'all can hang out and y'all can have a good time and it's lit. Now I know it's fake. It's all fake. None of it is real. None of it. Nobody loves nobody. Nobody cares about nobody on this planet. It's all fake. So I gotta be fake. And I hate it. I do. I hate it. But I gotta be. I gotta be fake just to win in this environment. You know how some animals, in order to survive, they have to play dead and stuff like that so they don't get eaten and stuff like that. Like, what animal is it? I know I used to study animals a lot. And I know it's a few animals, but I'm trying to think right now of which ones I'm thinking of, but my mind is a little overly crowded right now. So that's probably why I'm having a hard time getting it to come to mind. But it's a number of animals that when they are in the wild, they are very cautious. And some of them have to like play dead or disappear or try to disappear or try to fake act like they're not there. You know, like, all right, for instance, fish. Fish are geniuses at blending into their environment, right? I'm not sure if any of the fish play dead, but they are very good at blending in with their environment. So they're good hiders, right? So I feel like a fish where I don't like to hide, but I have to hide to save my own life. I have to hide to save my own energy. I have to hide to protect myself from all of the leeches, the evils, and the crazies that's designated to come after me. because I have to recognize once I make the decision to become a better person, I automatically put a target on my back because the enemy automatically is not going to like that. So I already knew that I was going to catch all kinds of hell. And that's part of the reason why I didn't even want to before become who I'm becoming now, because I knew I was going to get judged. I knew I was going to get ridiculed. I knew I was going to end up having a target on my back. I knew that I was going to end up having to go through so much hate from people. But I didn't know that I was going to have to go through so much hate from people that I thought were friends. That's what I didn't know. I didn't know that I was going to have to go through so much disrespect and disregard from so many people that claim to love me and claim to care about me and care for me. I didn't know that I was going to have to be distracted by those very people that claim to want better for me, but yet they don't act like it. When I'm trying to pursue better, when I'm trying to be better, they're trying to distract me. They're trying to make me lose hope. They're trying to tell other people not to support me. But God, I am so grateful and thankful for the strength that you have given me. Because if I didn't have the strength that God gave me, people would have been destroyed me by now. I was too nice. And I'm saying was right now because even though I know I'm going to change, I haven't really completely changed yet, because I'm not going to lie. Besides, little by little, figuring out and remembering how to be a bitch, I really don't know how to combat this shit. Because just like a lot of other people in the world, I was taught to love. I was taught to gravitate and appreciate and love people instead of hating and being a bitch to people. But obviously I was taught wrong. I was not taught correctly on how to properly deal with people in this lifetime. Because people in this lifetime, you too nice to them, oh, you gonna catch hell for that. And I hate to say it, but it's the honest, factual truth. These days, you too nice to people, you are going to catch hell for it. And so that's why I'm like, God, you're going to have to teach me how to be a bitch. Because naturally, that's just not how I am. I literally have to teach myself this behavior. And to be honest with you guys, I don't even know where to start, but I know what I can't do. I can't continue to do what I've been doing. I can't continue to be nice. I can't continue to be sweet. I can't continue to be kind. I can't continue to be like that. Because it's too many times that people are hurting me over and over and over again for doing it. And I'm not going to take not one more hurting. I'm not going to take not one more lashing. I'm going to do the best that I can to become the bitch that I need to be, so that people can know not to fuck with me. So people can know that, okay, she's somebody we need to leave alone. Because if we harass her, if we mess with her, we gonna get a bitch on our hands. People need to know that. And not only do I need to learn how to be a bitch, but I need to learn how to be a bitch in a feminine way. I can't be too ratchet. And it's like, it's so crazy. Like, it's so crazy. It makes me want to hit somebody. It's so crazy because it's like, so women, especially black women, have to be perfect. They have to improve their life. They have to improve their lifestyle. They got to make sure they're not sleeping around. They got to make sure they're not letting everybody in their energy. They got to make sure this. They got to make sure that. But men don't have to be perfect at all, huh? Men don't have to do nothing. I gotta admit, that does make it a little easier to be a bitch. Because y'all niggas don't do shit. Besides what naturally society tells y'all supposed to do, work, pay bills, and stuff like that, y'all niggas don't do shit. Y'all niggas don't even raise your kids right. You sit there, you have children, and then you leave the responsibility majorly, even if you're in your child's life at all, you majorly leave the bulk of the responsibility to the mother. And then you got a nerve to try to judge the mother if she's not perfect and how she's. Oh, let me use as an example Chrisean Rock. Beautiful young lady. I love her. She seems to be such a strong soul, and I like that. And I remember reading something recently about people saying that one of Chrisean Rock's fans caught her on camera, took a picture of her with her baby, because she just had her baby, and her baby's head was like, his neck was back or whatever. She wasn't like really supporting his neck. And I've seen multiple videos with Chrisean and the baby and seen how she was holding the baby correctly, like you're supposed to, holding the neck and everything, making sure she cradles it. So I'm like, we already know from past videos of watching her that she clearly knows how to hold a baby. And she has the baby strapped around her. So she's actually not holding him at all for real, because she has bags, she has a dog, she has a lot. So I could totally, completely got it when I seen the picture. But people were circulating the picture around, talking about how she's such a horrible mom because, look, she can't even hold her baby neck up. Here's the thing. I said it in those comments too. I said the very people that sitting here talking all this mess about this brand new mom, this is not her second or third or fourth child. She just had a child. This is her first child. If y'all was in her shoes and this was y'all first time being a mom and y'all had to literally have everything about your life on camera and literally not be able to go anywhere without having fans and without having people taking pictures and videos or whatever, whatnot of you, y'all wouldn't even be able to take it. Because y'all would be mad that y'all not getting no kind of privacy. Y'all wouldn't even care about holding the baby, right? Y'all would be so much in y'all feelings just because of the simple fact that these people, you can't go nowhere without nobody taking a picture. But they break her name through the coals just because she's not holding her baby head up. And she said it herself. And I said the same thing when I seen the picture. She said, listen, I'm in Walmart, got a whole bunch of bags, got a dog, got my baby. And I mean, it's a lot going on. So mistakes are going to happen. She didn't ever deny that it was a mistake for her to have a baby neck like that. She never denied it. But she said, you know what? Mistakes are going to happen. But I'm doing everything that I can to make sure I step my game up. And I do what I need to do for my son because I love my son. And she sounded genuine as hell when she said it. Now, I understand that there's a lot of people that can say stuff and sound genuine and don't mean it. So I will take that with a grain of salt. But regardless, like I said, I've seen her in the past, beyond that picture, holding the baby like he's supposed to be held, making sure she support his neck, making sure she holds his neck up. So me explaining that is because it's so many people that want to judge. It's so many people that don't want to take into regard that, I'm a human being first before anything. Okay? I'm human. I don't give a fuck about y'all judgments when we all human. In other words, we all make mistakes. I don't give a damn who you are. Whether you Christian, whether you Buddhist, whether you Muslim, I don't care what your religion is, what your lifestyle is, none of that. Because literally, we are all human beings, which means we are all subject to making mistakes. And that's okay. Because here's the thing. What we also was taught that was wrong is that, you can't make no mistakes. You make mistakes, then you got to start all over. And you literally destroyed everything that you've ever done in your life before you made that mistake. That's a lie. Yes, I know we were all taught that you can't make no mistakes. Yes, you can. You can make as many mistakes as you need to make. Because you know why? Because mistakes are only there for you to learn. Mistakes are only there for you to learn and for you to be taught that's not the right route to go. This is a better route. If you never make mistakes, you never learn. And so you have to keep that consistency of making sure that you allow yourself room to mess up. You got to allow yourself room to make mistakes, to make the wrong move. Because you will never learn your lesson in life if you never make mistakes. You got to make the wrong move to know what the right move is. You got to pick the wrong people sometimes to know what the right people really are. And you got to make the wrong move sometimes to appreciate that when you make the right move, appreciate your wisdom in choosing the correct thing. Because it takes wisdom to be able to recognize where you're wrong, where you're right. It takes wisdom to be able to recognize, okay, I messed up. It takes wisdom and understanding, and it takes you paying attention to your own behavior too. For you to realize, okay, you know what? I could have did better than that. I could have moved smoother than that. I could have made a better decision than I made. I messed up. Doesn't mean that you destroyed your life forever. But that's what we've been taught. We've been taught once you mess up, oh, it's the end to be all. Oh my God, it's the worst. It's like, oh, the world has crashed. So, since that's the case, we already know that we gotta make sure we don't teach ourselves that. What?
Vegetable fried rice. You want it or you don't want it?
So I don't have nothing?
This is it. I had to make a whole bunch of runs so I could grab what I needed to grab.
So if I don't take that, I don't have nothing.
Yes.
Anyway, y'all. Do the best that you can to make sure that you don't undermine yourself and put yourself in a position to feel like you've destroyed yourself because you've made mistakes. Honestly, anything that is meant for you, you can't destroy. It's meant for you. So it's nothing that you're going to be able to do. That's all that you can do?
Yep.
So you're never going to be able to do the other one, or?
No, right after I take care of this.
All right. So,
You want to see it?
that's why I want to make sure that I let you guys know, as well as letting myself know, because every time I come to these videos and talk to you guys, please understand I'm talking to myself just as well, because these are lessons that I'm learning on my own, and I'm recognizing that a lot of people in life may not know these lessons. They may not have been taught these things. So therefore, I recognize that it may be a good thing for me to go ahead and share it.
Like this or not?
To be honest, I really don't know, because I don't want to be hungry later and I have nothing. So I really don't know. That's why I didn't give you an answer. Because to be honest, you already know I would have rather liked shrimp. And you know that. That's what make me kind of feel like you did that on purpose. Because you already know, like, all right, she's going to rather want shrimp than just all vegetable. So I think you kind of really got that for yourself. But you asking me, do I want it? Because you ain't really want to spend more money to get something for me. Am I hot or cold? Oh, okay. All right. But anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm go ahead. I'm sorry that I'm getting distracted trying to speak to you guys, but I don't want to turn off the video completely because I know that I'm trying to get, my point across, and I don't want to mess that up. So that's why I didn't want to stop the whole video. But yeah, y'all, just like I'm doing for myself, reminding myself that mistakes is not the end of the world. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to mess up. It's just not okay to mess up and continue to keep messing up. That's where you're wrong. If you mess up and you keep messing up, then you're not messing up. You're doing that on purpose now. But if you making mistakes and, you just keep, not really getting how you need to move yet. You trying to move differently, but, you adjusted how you move, but it's not exactly all the way you need it to be. That shows that you're putting effort in. And as long as you keep continuously putting effort in to make things better in yourself and in your own mind, and not give yourself excuses to act like the back of a donkey's behind, because too many times these days, that's what happens. People give themselves an excuse to act like a jerk, okay? And then if you ever ask a person that's acting like a jerk to somebody that don't deserve it, why you acting like that, they're going to tell you either one, because they can, or they're going to tell you they don't know. So you have to protect yourself from that energy, and you have to recognize, okay, I got to stay away from people like that. I got to make sure I protect my energy from people like that, because people like that are going to bring me down if I allow. And you're going to allow them to bring you down when you allow them in your energy and they have not healed that side of themselves. If they have not corrected that side of themselves, that's selfish, that's, hard-headed, that's just acts ridiculous, and they think that there's no consequences or repercussions for their actions, they're going to have to reap the repercussions for that. And rightfully so, right? Now, when you look at this video and you say, well, okay, well, didn't you just say, we got to learn how to be bitches. We got to learn how to be mean. We got to learn how to be kind of like the people that's being mean to us. Isn't that going to end up coming back to us? Well, here's the thing. If it does, I don't know what else to say. Because here's the thing. I've had way too many times me do good to people, and I'm not going to say it didn't come back, but it daggone sure didn't come back from that person. If it did come back, it did not come from the evil mother sucker that I was dealing with. It came back a whole nother way. So I said that to say this. If it's wrong for you to be a bitch to somebody that's being a bitch to you, or if it's wrong for you to be mean or bitchy to somebody that could possibly play you, then I guess you're just going to have to take that L. But honestly, I don't think it's wrong. I think it's right, because I think that you have a right to protect your energy, to protect your soul, and to protect your spirit from evil people that think that it's funny or it's okay or it's fun to play off of a person's generosity and love that is pure. That is what we should be sitting there being wary about, not how we respond to when somebody takes advantage of us. Because we can't respond in a good way. Because if we respond in a good way, then we're going to be trying to tell you, and with our actions, that fuck shit you just did was okay, and it's not. So that's why I encourage you not to think that you're wrong for being bitchy or being mean or being standoffish towards people that are that way towards you or could be that way towards you. Because you have to have the type of mentality that they have. They have the type of mentality of, if it's not you, it's me. Therefore, they make sure that it's you that ends up hurting, not them. So to combat that type of energy, you have to make sure that it's them that get hurt and not you. Or you have to make sure that you haul ass and get away from that person so fast that is like lightning. Either one or the other. Because it is mandatory for good people to protect themselves, for good people to protect their energy, for good people to respect themselves more than they respecting other people that's not respecting them in return. We need to discontinue showing people love and respect that don't deserve it. We need to stop it. We need to get to the point that we recognize, you know what? I don't self-hate. And I'm acting like I'm self-hating by allowing you to disrespect, disregard, and abuse my good nature. I'm allowing you to hate me to my face. Literally. You have to recognize that when you allow somebody to do that to you, you're allowing them to hate you straight to your face. That's more disrespectful than somebody slapping the crap out of you, honey. We need to stop allowing it. Us good people, we deserve good too. We do not deserve to constantly keep getting attacked by people that are the worst of the worst, scum of the world. Those type of people are the scum of the world that tries to take advantage of someone's good nature. They're the scum. They're the worst people that exist on this planet, in my opinion. Because how dare you take good and play bad off of good? How dare you? You can't have God nowhere in you to be like that. Nowhere. It's impossible. Because that's not God's nature to be bad to people that's good to him. So therefore, you know that if a person is acting like that, they're not godly because they're not acting in a godly nature. In a godly nature, someone's good to you, you in turn are good to them. That's the godly nature. That's what you call mutual respect. That's what you're supposed to have as a human being. If we don't have nothing else for each other, we're supposed to have mutual respect. But for people to learn to not have mutual respect for people that actually deserve that mutual respect, they have to be met with a worse type of attitude than they have. Because that's the only way it's going to work. Because a person like a person like them is going to take advantage of a person like you if you don't come above them. If you don't show that you can go above and beyond wherever they are in their level, they're going to drag you down. And it's a sad truth, and it really breaks my heart. But it's facts, and I gotta live by that so I can protect myself and my sanity. And that's why I'm telling you guys, my truth tribe, protect yourself and protect your sanity. Because, have a good day, be safe. Because if you don't, other people are not going to protect you. Other people are not going to try to protect your sanity. Other people are not going to do it. They just not. I'm sorry. This is the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. And this is the honest to goodness truth. These people are not going to have any regard for your feelings, for your emotions, for who you are as a person. They're not even going to care who you are as a person. They're going to try to push you down and make you settle. Don't do it. Make them rise up to you and your level or haul ass. And make sure that you never give them the same energy or vibe that you gave them before, because they don't deserve it. And they've shown and proved that to you. And you got to keep reminding yourself, because I know sometimes it's easy for us to forget, especially when it's somebody that we really love and we really care about, or family, or somebody that is just so attached to us that we feel like, oh God, how am I going to live life without them? You got to love yourself more, because loving another person more is going to make you miserable. That's why you got to love yourself more, so that you end up not miserable, but you end up happy. And 9 times out of 10, that other person is the one that's going to end up miserable. You know why? Because then once you completely cut yourself off from this person, let me tell you the benefit that you're going to give yourself. You're going to give yourself the benefit of that person actually thinking and recognizing how good of a person you were. Dumbass don't want to recognize it while you in their face. But trust and believe me, when there's no face, no trace, and you have let that bullshit go, and you have said hell no to their bullshit ass energy, I guarantee you, that's when they will come correct. That's when they will actually start to show you the behavior that you've been meaning to see, that you've been wanting to see. That's when you're going to get the person that you've always wanted. When you put your foot down and you let these fools know, listen, you keep sitting there trying to take advantage of my kindness and using my kindness for weakness. Okay, you get no more responses from me. You get no more energy from me. Matter of fact, I'm going to act like you never existed. One thing about me, and I guess that's probably a part of my Cancer energy. I'm a Cancer, so July 15th. But anyway, it's probably my Cancer energy. Listen, when I really love somebody, I really love you. Like, I get angry at myself with how much I love people. Especially when I recognize that these people do not deserve the love that I give. But anyway, when I say that when I really, truly, 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 truly love somebody, oh man, like, it's so hard to let go. It's so hard to leave that mother sucker alone. It's so hard. Oh my Lord, it's hard. But when I do it, let me tell you something. You can be right in my face every day and I will ignore you like the plague. You could be right here and I'm still looking way past your ass. Just like I'm still looking at the camera even though my hand is right in front of my face. That's how I can be. And that's why I always pity the fools, because it's a lot of them. I always pity the fools that take advantage of my sweetheart side and take my kindness for weakness, because y'all always end up coming back and apologizing. They always end up coming back and saying, dang, I don't know what was wrong with me that I couldn't treat you right. I don't know what was wrong with me that I couldn't respect the fact that you was one of the realest people that I ever met. I don't know what was wrong with me that I couldn't appreciate that, yo, she is the realest. I'm going to tell y'all one more story and I'm going to bow out. I used to date this, actually, it's a few stories like this, but I'm going to just tell y'all about one. I used to date this guy. Actually, he used to drive me around. I had a few drivers, but this is the only guy that ever used to drive me around that I actually ended up having a relationship with. It wasn't an official relationship, like we never actually said we was boyfriend and girlfriend or anything like that, but we were messing with each other and for quite some time. So I remember how I was like real cool with this dude, like real cool, like we had a real cool relationship or whatever. But I also remember how he just flipped on me, like he just turned out of nowhere. Like, I'm going to give y'all a little backstory. So like I said, he used to be my driver. I had quite a few drivers, but this is only one driver that I've ever had that I actually had a sexual relationship with. And I remember right before I stopped talking to him, how his attitude just completely changed and flipped on me. And I was just like confused because I'm like, why the heck is he acting like this? But like I told y'all, when it's a guy that I don't really have that much feelings for, all right, bye. I'll let you go. Because sticking with you was a hell no. So he was one of those type of guys. I did care about him. Definitely. You know what I mean? To this day, I still care about him. He's still my friend to this day. But I was not about to take none of his bull crap. And I was definitely not about to sit there and let him play with me. So when I recognized he was playing around and he was on some bull crap, I was like, all right, bye. Let that shit go. See ya. Wouldn't want to be you. In the last year, he's contacted me. And a lot of y'all not. I'm sitting there cracking up in my head because I'm like, saw this shit coming. Because I've had it happen so many freaking times. But anyway, he ended up telling me, listen, I'm so sorry for the way that I treated you and how I disregarded you and how I didn't respect and honor what kind of person you are. You're an amazing woman. You're a really good person. You have a really good heart. You're different than anybody I've ever met in my life. And he said, and I feel kind of stupid for picking the woman that I ended up picking and marrying, that I'm literally married to today. I feel kind of dumb for picking her over you. Boom! I was like, yo, word? I ain't surprised though. Because like I said, I seen this shit coming. Because I heard it so many times from other guys. It's like, it was almost like he was playing a record or something. Because I'm like, yeah, I've gotten this energy plenty of times. So I'm not surprised. And he was like, I told him, I said, well, what do you mean by that? I don't even understand what you're saying. He's like, this is what I'm saying. He's like, this woman here, he's like, you know, I love her. I married her. It's my wife. He's like, but she ain't got like you. I was like, okay, explain to me what you mean. He's like, you know, you see how you sitting here and you working on your businesses, you actually becoming an entrepreneur, like you literally doing the daggone thing. I'm watching you over social media and everything. He told me, he was like, I'm watching you. And he's like, you doing the daggone thing. Like you literally decided to put your money where your mouth is and actually do what you said that you was going to do. And you have wisdom, you have knowledge, you have understanding. You're not like an immature youngin'. And he was like, my wife is an immature youngin'. And he's like, I'm seeing you and recognizing you. And I'm like, dang. He's like, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I made a mistake. I chose the wrong person. I chose this woman. And he was like, this woman don't want to do nothing. She don't want to do nothing with her life. She just wants to piggyback off of me. She does not want to go to school. She doesn't want to better herself. She doesn't have any kind of goals that she's working on. She doesn't have any skills that she's perfecting. Nothing. And then she wants to get upset with me when I tell her, get some kind of pastime or get some kind of goals or something and work on that. I'm helping you. And he said she's just not, she ain't getting it. And he's like, but I see you and you got it. And congratulations, I'm proud of you that you figured it out. I feel like it's really good that you learned how to put all the energy that you was putting into other people into yourself. And when he said that to me, I almost wanted to cry because he was so right. He was absolutely freaking right. I finally got to the point where I say, you know what? I'm going to stop depositing into everybody else's account. And I'm a deposit into my own ish, okay? I'm a deposit into myself. I'm a deposit into my wealth. I'm a deposit into my energy. I'm a deposit into who I know I can strongly become on my own. I'm a feed me and my spirit. And I'm a starve y'all because y'all don't even deserve my energy. And when he told me that I like that for you, that instead of taking your energy and giving it to everybody else outside of yourself and trying to make everybody else's life better. You took it upon yourself to turn that in and work on you. And now I see you becoming a better version of you. And I'm proud of you for that. And I'm proud of myself too. Because I know how much it took. It took a lot. Let me just say that. It took a lot for me to get where I'm at right now. To actually really see the world for what it is and not try to recreate my own scenery. To actually recognize people for who they really are and not try to recreate some kind of meme or character that's not even real, that I created in my own head because I didn't want to believe how mean and how evil and how messed up and jacked up people can be. Now that I've come to the point of really recognizing that I have to recognize and acknowledge how messed up people can be and people are, because that's what's going to help me to genuinely change the narrative and help myself and protect myself and protect my energy from these kind of people, because these kind of people are the kind of people that make other people the way that they are by treating them that way. And that's why I've had such an issue with becoming a bitch and becoming kind of mean and nasty and rude a little bit, because I'm like, it makes me feel like I'm turning into the people that I don't want to be. But I have come to terms with myself to recognize, no, you're not turning into them. You're just giving them their own energy. You're giving them a taste of their own medicine. That's what they deserve. You have to get into the habit of giving people what they deserve and not what you want them to have. Because we get into the habit of wanting people to have some good things because we think that they're good. But then when we get to know this person, then we recognize that this person is a bad person. Then we recognize that they actually deserve to be treated like shit. So you need to get yourself to the point where you recognize you need to give people the behavior that they deserve and not the behavior that you wanted to give them. Because 9 times out of 10, they don't even deserve that behavior. They don't deserve that love. They don't deserve that respect. So why are you giving somebody something they don't deserve? In return, you keep doing that, they're going to give you what you don't deserve. They're going to give you hateful energy. They're going to be mean to you. They're going to be disrespectful to you. They're going to be disregarding to the very beautiful energy that you're giving them so freely that they don't deserve. So you have to match their energy, and you have to be sure to not give people what you think that you want to give them or what you think that they need, but you need to give people what they deserve. And until you find out who this person is and what they deserve, keep people at arm's length. Protect your energy. It's important. It's crucial. I had to learn this the hard way. It's a lot of crap that I would not have had to take if I would have just learned to leave people alone and keep them at arm's length until they showed me over a long period of time that they deserved better treatment. Because one more thing, if a person only shows you good treatment for a short period of time, don't believe it, because that can be manipulation. And like I said earlier, you do not want to be manipulated by these type of people, because they're not going to do anything but continuously destroy you. So you have to put yourself in a position to recognize who people really are, treat people the way they deserve to be treated, and be realistic and recognize it's okay to give people the same energy that they give you, or walk or run away and never turn back. All right, guys. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched all the way through to the end, I appreciate you so very much. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys in the next video. So you make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you become a part of the Truth Tribe. Because when you vibing with Ruth, you're vibing with the truth. And that's about that. And that's that on that. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all when I come back. Peace out.